Hello, Bridgewater College Teacher Education Program students. This is the first in a series of screencasts that will show you how to set up your own classroom or personal website using WordPress. Actually, WordPress is the name of software that resides on a server. In our case, Bridgewater College now has a WordPress server, and you will be given an account on this WordPress server that you can create a website on. Your website could be a classroom website, or it could be a website that has your portfolio on it for an online portfolio. WordPress is used a lot in school divisions now because, first of all, it's free. All a school division has to do is to have a server to install WordPress on, and then teachers and schools can create their websites using it. And secondly, it's easy to use, and it's relatively quick for you to produce an attractive, useful website using WordPress. So let's see how to do it. In your case, it's going to all start with an email. You'll get an email from the IT department that will look something like this. And it tells me my username, my password, and a link of where to click. And notice that in the address here, the WP stands for WordPress. So we're going to click on that. When we do, we'll get a screen that looks something like this, and we enter our username. Now, you might know that one of the first things we're going to do is to change our password, and that's why I certainly didn't mind to post that last password up on YouTube for you to see, because I've long since changed it, and it's no longer any good. So that's one of the things that this screencast will show you how to do, how to log into WordPress and change your password and begin the setup. So I'm going to log in. Your username will likely be the same that you use for your email, and then the password that you get from the IT department is one that can be changed, and indeed we will want to change it very quickly. So I'm logging in now, and when I do log in, I come to what's called a dashboard. The dashboard is what you will use to make changes to your WordPress site. Before we start investigating the dashboard, let's look at what some of the options are on the left-hand side of our screen, and I'm just going to expand this menu so that you can see. I've got something called Posts, Media, Pages, and Comments. Let's talk for just a few minutes about what these are. A post is something that for you would likely be changed often. It could be a post of today's homework assignments. It could be a post about an upcoming field trip. In general, a post, similar to a blog, is something that you would originate and which may or may not get comments back from users. You can control whether someone can respond to your post or not online. Media will be where we put our pictures, maybe videos, and so forth. Pages, well, this is just a web page. And so you will be constructing static web pages. Now, the difference between a static web page and a posting page is that a static web page generally doesn't change very often. So, for example, you might have a static web page that will show your schedule, what periods of the day you teach what classes, and so forth. That is not going to change, but maybe once a year. On the other hand, your posts would change in the sense that you may be putting homework up or information about an upcoming test or maybe a review sheet. All those are going to be posts, whereas your pages are going to be more or less static and will stay the same. A comment refers to something that the user replies back to you from what he has read on your website. WordPress was originally designed to be a blogging tool, and indeed it can be used for a classroom blog. And a comment would be when a student makes a reply to you or to another student on your blog, that is, to one of your posts. And again, we will be able to control whether or not we allow comments or not. And certainly if we do allow comments, we're going to have the comments regulated by us so that not just anybody out in the public can put just anything on a comment and it show up on our web page. We certainly don't want that. Let's start by making a few quick adjustments. I'm going to come down to where it says Users, and under User I'm going to go to your profile. On your profile, you will have a username and a nickname, and it may or may not have your first or last name. I'm going to go ahead and put my first name in, my last name in, and I'm going to change my nickname. Now, the nickname is simply what a person sees, or what you and I might see on our page. For example, if you look up here in the right-hand corner, it's welcoming me, and it's using my username as the welcome. I'm going to change that nickname to my full name, and I'm going to change my publicly displayed name to my full name, and you can certainly put this any way you want to. That doesn't matter. What is very important on this screen, though, is when you scroll down to the bottom, notice that you can give yourself a new password here, and you definitely need to do that. You need to change the password that the IT department gave you to something that you will remember and something that others will not be able to randomly figure out. So change your password on this page and change as much of the information up here under name as you wish, and then just click on the blue update profile. Now you might already notice that it's changed the welcome to me from my username now to my publicly displayed name, and my profile has been updated. Let's expand our menus back one more time. Again, we got here by coming to Users, Your Profile. This time, what I'd like to do is to click on Dashboard. It welcomes me to WordPress. It's suggesting that we write our first post, we add an about page, we view our site, and so forth. And indeed, the very minute your WordPress site is set up for you, you're already on the web. And to prove my point, I'll just click under Joe Hill's BC WordPress site, and I'll click on Visit Site, and here's the website. I think it's important for you to understand the address of your website at this point. Notice that the address up here at the top is http://wp.bridgewater.edu/your login. For me, it's HL. So if you're JDoe003, then that's what's going to be after the slash, and it'll be right in here. This is the exact address, the URL, that you're going to put on your applications for employment, so that when you're asked for what your website is, this is the website that you're going to use as the address. Okay, let's go back to Dashboard, and to do that I just click here and click back on Dashboard. So far what we've done is we've clicked on Dashboard. We've made some changes to our setup. Let's come down this time to Settings, and let's make a change or two on the Settings screen. I'm going to go to Settings General. Now, we have a title for our website, and we have a tagline. I'm going to change my title site, how about to Joe Hill's EDUC 370 website. And the tagline, I'll just say, is website for students in Education 370. Now, what you have to get used to on WordPress is every time you make a change, look for a blue button somewhere, and here it is, Save Changes. You always have to click on the Update page or Save Changes or whatever it says. Generally, there's a blue button you're going to be looking for. And to show you that I have made those changes, let's go back up to the top and visit our site. And now, of course, the title is a different phrase, and the tagline underneath is a little bit different. So there's a lot more changes that we're going to be doing with WordPress over the next few screencasts. But for the time being, what I'd like for you to do is to sign on to WordPress, change your password, change the title, change your tagline, and one more thing we're going to do is we're going to pick a theme. Now, when you use WordPress, you're using templates that someone else has designed. Some of these templates give you flexibility to have 3 columns on your screen, some 2 columns, some allow you to change pictures, some don't. There are hundreds of WordPress templates out there. The folks in the IT department here at Bridgewater have picked a few of them that you may use. The way we pick a theme is we come down to where it says Appearance, and we pick Theme. And I'm going to suggest that in your first session with WordPress, then you just pick one of these. There's 5 choices here. There probably will be a lot more as the semester goes along. This one here called 2012 is a very popular one in the WordPress community. One that I've used a good bit for some of the WordPress sites that I've done is the 2011 one, which is here. The Pinboard is one I haven't tried much yet, but I do know that is one that a lot of people are migrating to now. So let's just try that one. I'll pick Activate. And so my theme is now activated. Let's visit our site, and you'll see that, wow, my website has changed. It looks a lot different now. It looks more attractive. So just by picking a theme, I change the looks of my site. You can always change your mind. If I go back to my dashboard, or better still, go directly to Themes and pick a different theme. I'll pick the 2011 one. And when I visit my site, you'll see certainly it has a different look than it did when we started. So your task in this first assignment is to sign in, change your password, change your site name, change the tagline, and pick a theme to get started with. All of these decisions you can change at a later time.
Okay, on our next screencast, we're going to learn how to construct that opening page, the first page that a person sees when they come to your website. We'll learn about things called widgets. Then we'll learn how to construct a posting page where you can put today's homework or the next week's assignment or the information about an upcoming field trip all on your site, easy for people to get to. And the good thing about all of this is that it will be easy for you to maintain, and it will be an attractive, informative site for people to visit. See you next time.